Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. Today we'll be talking about Higher Education Day and choice participation in that. My guest today, Lilly Casolaro, the co-chair of the STARS committee here, the group that organizes the higher education participation for Troy University. Thanks for joining us here today.
That's right, Aaron. Thank you so much for having me.
And Higher Education Day rally, it's part of the Higher Education Day that's put on by the Higher Education Day Partnership, Higher Education Partnership of Alabama. Takes place on the State House steps, big rally. But for the folks out there, just kind of tell us about the rally and why it's so important for students to get involved with it.
Absolutely. This is a great way for students to be able to show their support, not only for Troy University, but also our state, because we get to gather with other colleges and universities from all across the state. So we get to rally and advocate for higher education funding, and why that's important is because a lot of students don't realize that we do get funding from the state. So it's important for us to show our support, not only for what our state is doing, but also be able to request more funding from our state.
And of course, it is a rally. And a lot of times for anyone who hasn't been there or seen it, I've been there for quite a few years and seen it, it's kind of a sight to behold. There's thousands of college students up there, but the rally part is very much like a pep rally. And that's the kind of level of excitement they should expect there, right?
That is correct. We do bring our pom-poms, we bring our posters, and we bring our Trojan pride. It's a lot of fun just to be able to gather with others, and we want to make sure that we're known as Troy University as being there and being present.
And of course, Troy is known for taking, if not the biggest crowd every year, one of the biggest crowds up there every year. And I know it's important to the SGA and the student government all together to have a big outpouring of support and having all those cardinal-clad Trojans up there. Is that what you're going for again?
We are. We are looking to bring, our goal is 250 students, so we welcome more than that, but we're looking for our goal to be 250 students because, as you mentioned, we want to be able to show our Trojan pride. We encourage students to wear that cardinal red so that we do stand out and we show up and we show out.
And of course, getting them up there, you're facilitating getting them up there. Obviously, the rally is in Montgomery on the State House steps. So talk about how students can make their way up there courtesy of the Student Government Association.
Absolutely. So we're providing transportation for the first several signups of students that come, and we're guaranteeing the first 250 that sign up, and that's through an online Google Doc. And their organization presidents, they can have access to it or come by the SGA office, and we'll be happy to sign them up. So we will be meeting outside of the bottom lot of the Trojan Center, that back parking lot, and our buses will leave at 9 o'clock to be ready for the rally, the parade that starts that then goes into the rally. So we're definitely looking forward to that, but we will bring as many students as we can possibly fit on those buses.
And of course, you mentioned there free breakfast for that first 250 students. So if you're the first to sign up, you'll get a breakfast on the way up there, but that's not the only free food available to the students that day. Talk about some of the other things that are, I guess, the events and the activities happening in Montgomery. So
I mentioned the parade, so we will be able to walk through the streets of Montgomery with Troy and then with the other colleges and universities are there. We'll be able to, like you mentioned, rally on the court steps, and then we'll get a free lunch. So they are changing up a little bit this year, so it may be a different barbecue place than we had in the past. So there's been some mixed feelings about that, but I'm sure that they're going to deliver a wonderful meal. So students will get a free lunch in addition to the free breakfast, and they'll also have the opportunity to interact with state legislators and state senators. So that'll be a great opportunity as well.
And why is it so important for students to get active and get involved in something like this? I mean, to be a part of the legislative process and becoming, I guess, more civically minded.
I think a lot of students don't realize that senators really do want to hear from them. Sometimes senators have expressed to us as part of our committee that they just want to hear from students. They want to know that students care because they're willing to put in the effort if students put forth the effort. So by showing up and being there on Higher Ed Day, that really shows that students are present, they're willing, they're dedicated, and their commitment to what is going on not only at Troy University but in the state, and showing support for what our legislators are doing.
And of course, we said this before, it is in Montgomery, and it is on a school day. It's on Thursday, February 23rd, correct? So does that mean there's an excuse involved with this?
There will. We will be having a class excuse. So for anyone who attends, the SGA will be passing out class excuses. We are encouraging faculty and staff to come and participate as well. We have had several faculty that have already said we're canceling class that day because we want you guys to be able to go to Higher Ed Day. So we're really looking for support from everyone at the university.
All right. And once again, anybody that's interested, is there a cutoff for the sign up for this? For the 250? So
the 250 is for the free, but we still welcome as many people.
Anybody else. So there's a cutoff for the 250, so be the first 250, but anybody else is willing and wants to go up there, they can get up there and get that excuse for it. And once again, when and where?
It's going to be February 23rd. That's a Thursday. We're pulling out at 9 o'clock if you're coming with us, and we anticipate being back a little bit after 3.
And if they're going on their own, when's the rally going to start in Montgomery? So
10:30 is the parade, and then the rally will be right after that.
All right. Well, good luck to this year's group getting a whole bunch of Trojans up to Montgomery for the rally. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk.